Subliminal TV.
Hello guys, welcome back to Subliminal TV. I'm Eric. Today we're going to be talking about the 1098 and the also common rectify issue. Now, the last time I rode this bike, I was actually filming a video and I started having an issue with it. And the symptoms seemed to be what I've heard people describe when they're having this issue. So to be clear, this may or may not be what's going on with this bike. I'm hoping it is because it'll just be easy for me to just fit. I got it already. Hey, I figured it out. And also, today I'm not actually relocating it. I'm troubleshooting. Also, let me just add that I haven't seen a relocation that I like. I'm very anal about things. It looks a little tacky to me. It's my opinion. I don't like it just sitting out in the open when you just see it. So maybe either I'll make something that I like to relocate it. So for me, the unpopular opinion is that most people probably feel like, I'm assuming, hey, it's best to just go ahead and relocate it because they're not that expensive. You can buy another one and another one and another one. It's not that expensive. But I think people feel like, well, I don't want it to fail while I'm out riding a bike, which makes total perfect sense. Because me, I feel like I'll buy an extra one just to have on a bike so that I can keep it in the original location because apparently it burns too hot in the original location, so they're gonna fail. And personally, I just feel like I'll change it every time it fails rather than have it sticking out somewhere looking tacky that I don't like. So I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know. Maybe I will relocate it. Maybe there's something I haven't seen that I'm okay with as far as relocation goes. Otherwise, I'll probably make something myself to relocate it. And so I'm gonna get started with this and we'll go from there. Man, it's been so hot out here. I don't know where everybody's from, but where I'm from, here in Atlanta, it's humid, it's hot. It's crazy. Okay, let's go for it. So these screws are a little bit loose anyway because I have been messing with this bike, the battery actually. So they're a little bit loose. You know what I'm not gonna do? Bore you guys with taking these fairings off. You've seen it a million times. So I'm about to cut the camera and we'll come back to it when I get closer to something that look like it may be worth even looking at to begin with. See you in a minute. So now we're gonna get the battery out. So it turned out that it wasn't the rectifier, so I put the original one back on the bike. I think I'm gonna have a spark or fuel issue going on with this bike right now. It's either gonna be the spark plug, ignition coil, or possibly a fuel pump. So I'm gonna throw a couple of parts at it to see what happens. I know most people say don't just throw parts at it, try to get it diagnosed. Even the Ducati shop that's close to me, they say I'm on a 2-week waiting list. I don't have 2 weeks. So this is the next morning, and I'm going to the gym. Because I actually go to the gym every day, every morning, around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Look at me. I look like a morning person, right? So it turns out yesterday that the bike, it wasn't the rectifier. Go figure. Would have been simple, would have been easy fix. Should have known it's never gonna be the easy fix, right? But what it could be is the fuel injection, it could be the spark plugs, it could be the fuel filter, the fuel pump. We're gonna figure it out.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chatting the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for war, man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the boys. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Would you like a receipt?
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You too. So let's hope this is the problem.
So, one thing about it. So, in the forum yesterday, one guy was like, why don't you just take it to the shop and stop playing mechanic? And I was like, dude, how boring is that? Every time something breaks, you just send it straight to the shop. I have just as much fun tinkering with my toys as I do riding and driving. Yes, if I can't figure it out, I will take it to the shop. But I like to go and figure my stuff out on my own and try to see if I can get it going. It's the fun. I need a project to keep me sane. I need projects. I don't want anything serious to be going on, of course, but I want projects. I want something to keep me going. I want something to keep me busy. So I don't understand. I mean, everybody's different. For him, maybe it works to just say, hey man, just take it to the shop and let them deal with it. If I can't figure it out, I will. So right now, got spark plugs. We're gonna see if these plugs gonna fix the issue. If not, we'll go to ignition coils and fuel pump. But we're gonna figure it out. But first, my gym food. I'm gonna make my protein breakfast, lunch, whatever you wanna call it. If you're vegan, sorry, not sorry. Okay guys, so here's the culprit. These fouled out spark plugs is what was causing me all those problems. The backfiring, the slow to start, the bogging down. It was this. I thought it may have been a fuel pump. I thought it may have been, I didn't know what it was, but it was only the spark plugs. Thank God. All right guys, so first, I don't have gear on, so don't chew me out in the comments. I'm only going around a corner to see if we actually did work out the problem. And yes, we did. I love it. I love it, I love it. So, it wasn't the rectifier. It wasn't the fuel pump. It wasn't the ignition coils. I did get the rectifier, as I've shown you guys. The next thing I was gonna do was get the fuel pump, the ignition coils. I was gonna troubleshoot this thing. And although it's not recommended that you just throw parts at it, I felt like those were all maintenance items anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. That's what I was gonna do. But luckily, the spark plugs did it. And so, I put one spark plug in first and fired the motorcycle up, and it was still giving me the same issue. So I was like, okay, I don't think this is gonna be it. That didn't fix it. And then after that, I put the second one in, and this is what I have. So yeah, I was only going around the corner. I just wanted to test it and see. It seems fine to me. I am relieved. So I'm gonna take it back. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Subliminal TV.